Okay, hello, welcome back to another game of chess. Today we're playing e4 as per usual. My opponent responds with, they go for a Caro Khan, so I'm going to play d4 here, hoping for d5. I mean, we should see d5, and if I do, there we go. I'm going to take a step away from the Bullet and Blitz repertoire, playing the Alien Gambit, Martian Gambit ideas that we Alien graced us with in recent times. Instead, I'm going to play e5 here. Now, if we see bishop f5, very happy. c5, not so happy. Oh, I'm a happy man, because knight c3, e6, and the sheer of variation with g4 immediately, harassing this bishop for having the audacity to dream that it could be anything other than a bad French bishop with this pawn structure. Playing knight g to e2 here, preparing knight f4 ideas. Maybe my opponent is well versed with this theory. I mean, we'll see if they are or not now. If they play c5, they might be. We're going to play h4 here. And this is, I mean, how can you possibly resist no playing like this? g4 and h4, they play h6. I used to be very, very well prepped in this line. And then the Alien Gambit poisoned my brain. Knight f4 is reasonable. h5 is also probably reasonable. For some reason, I've got a funny feeling that the move f4 here is not only playable, but maybe the best move. It also might not be at all. I may have completely messed up that, I'm thinking about a completely different line. However, pushing literally every pawn on the king side an outrageous amount of times in the first 8 moves of the game. I mean, this is what chess is all about. Let's play bishop e3, I guess. Maybe just stabilizing the center here. Probably I'm going to want to castle queenside as quickly as possible. I'm almost certain I'm going to slightly mishandle this opening, but I'm also almost certain that my opponent is going to struggle to find a reply to the eventual avalanche of pawns that comes down the center of the board here. However, unfortunately, I may struggle to find a reply to knight c2. Damn, what the hell is going on here? I guess I could play f5 here. This may be part of the magic. f5. You take with the pawn. Maybe h5. Maybe bishop h7. Maybe we just play like f6 and burst our way through. Okay, I mean, we're going to go for f5. We're going to disconnect the bishop's sight of c2, such that the fork is no longer a threat. Of course, they take with the pawn there. Now, the question is, do I go for h5, forcing the bishop back to h7? Does that make any real sense? Or do I take this opportunity to play a3, drive the knight back? I think we're going to start with a3. I think, for instance, if you take here, I can take the knight, takes, and I would imagine, I mean, maybe they actually have compensation there, but I'd imagine... Oh, there's no way that's a move. What? Oh, no. Well, I mean, what a mess, but what a beautiful mess indeed. Let's take this. You take my bishop, of course. I don't really have much of a choice to take that. Then the real party starts. We take on b4, unless they're thinking about taking here now so that just all my pieces are hanging. But then I could recapture this with the knight and have a great... Hold on a second. What? You didn't want that bishop? I guess letting me take there would have been maybe slightly suspicious. But I'm going to very happily grab this with my pony. You're going to have to take this. There's not really another option. And then I guess I recapture here. The state of this position. Oh dear. Our opponent has made a massive mistake. Well, they've missed something at least. And that is that this is a very, very weak diagonal. I can play bishop b5 right now. Of course, there's queen d7, but that kind of just concedes the game on the spot. So bishop b5 is going to force king e7. Then maybe I take this with check. You take, we tear all this open. The king becomes completely unshielded, and then we recapture. Let's go. Bishop b5 check, king e7. Right, I'm feeling extremely good about my position now. Honestly, not entirely sure how this happened. Not entirely sure I deserve this. I guess we'll see in the analysis, but I think taking this has to be appropriate. We just weaken the pawns. The king now has just nothing in its vicinity, just in the way of its own pieces. You can't even play knight f6. The rook can't move. Like, this entire king side is immobilized. Absolutely brutal. And now I think we just calmly recapture here. Unless we have some kind of kingside castles. I probably will castle kingside, I can't lie. Kingside castles, you take here, queen f3. You take this. Checkmate. Hold on, I'm laughing, but I just stroked my beard a couple times. I shaved yesterday, please don't make fun of me for the lack of facial hair. Not that I could grow any if I really wanted to. But castle's kingside. You take here, I play queen f3. What do you have? You move the king, you lose. You move the queen, you lose the queen. You can't come to here somehow. The bishop can't move, the rook can't. That's unbelievable. Do we just go after this king here? Or do I start with queen f3 so I can play castle kingside far more dramatically? That would be kind of fun. Because it's a little more subtle, I think. Here they think, okay, well, they don't have any check immediately. I can do this because I'm threatening to take this with a promotion, with check. How can that possibly be a bad idea? And they may even think queen f3 takes rook f1. They can take here with check, forgetting that I can hop my king over to g1. We may play a small psychological trick right now. I'm playing queen f3. This king's too open. This king is too open. It would be an absolute crime against chess to take this pawn right now with a king this weak. Let's get that queen to an appropriate file. Now, if they do take this, I will... Castles. Not rook f1, because then you can take this and promote. but castles. Such that now if you take this, that is a checkmate. How the hell are you stopping this from being a checkmate? There is no move with the knight. I mean, I guess you could play knight f6, but we can at the very least take this with check. And then, I mean, if you play pawn takes, that's still checkmate. So knight here takes. This is so disgusting. Castles kingside ends the game. Are you serious? This is unbelievable. I would love to be able to talk to my opponent right now, just to ask them whether they calculated this, thinking about rook f1 and thinking they could take here with check first. And then, you know, at the very least, I move my king and they sack, forgetting that I could... I don't know, for the sake of just thinking that I'm the best chess player of all time, I may just choose to believe that that was true. But you just have no, like, what, literally 0 legal moves. You have h7 with this rook. You have f6 with the knight, which just hangs it with check. You have 2 moves with this rook, which do absolutely nothing. I mean, you can move the queen. Okay, here we go. So the queen comes here to give d8 to the king. I can go queen f7, king here, and then take the bishop at the very least. And that will be checkmate. So... I mean, we might as well play it. I'm trying to work out if there's a fancier mate, but I think we'll see resignation here, honestly. Castling kingside there is so beautiful. Do we, I mean... I'm actually speechless. What on earth? Let's look at the analysis. Okay, so here we are in the analysis with a 95% accurate game. When you talk about brutal attacking chess, you go onto this channel, you look at the channel description, it says the home of brutal attacking chess. Did I lie? Did I lie when typing out that description? I don't think so. 2 inaccuracies, beautiful inaccuracies. Beautiful inaccuracies, I'm sure. I love inaccuracies. Shower me with inaccuracies, as long as we don't have any mistakes or blunders. Right, let's go to the master's database, and we see that in this position, c6, d4, here, bishop f5, and then knight c3 is known as the Van der Wiel attack, e6, and 96% of games, g4 is played. Going after this bishop, Fabi won with this, Kasparov won with this, but most notably, Alexei Shirov played this a whole lot. If the Masters database continues to load, you'll see a lot of Alexei Shirovs featuring here. Flipping Anand won with this. Oh my lord. You know, if you've got multiple different world champions playing g4 on move 5, you gotta give it a go. But I refer to it as the Shirov variation because I believe, who first showed me this? I think it was Kyle. Shout out Kyle if you're watching this video. I highly doubt you are right now. But I think in a book that I was shown this opening in, it was referred to as the Shirov variation. Anyway, bishop goes back. We develop the knight there. h4, f4 best move. Oh, remembering my preparation like an absolute wizard. The Alien Gambit has not rotted my brain. I mean no offense to the Alien Gambit, by the way. It's just that it's very hard to retain other theory when you're just spamming the Alien Gambit and bullet without even being able to play it properly. So f4, awesome. Knight here, bishop e3, inaccurate, but I should have gone for h5, okay. I think I actually remember saying that. Maybe I didn't, but I was definitely considering it. Bishop e3 is all right. Knight here is actually a blunder because of f5. Come on, takes. We go to kick the knight. I should have actually taken on c5 ostensibly. What the hell? I guess maybe this becomes just weak as hell. I was not even thinking about that. a3, another inaccuracy, but then they push. I take. If they'd taken my bishop here, I was going to take like this, which as it turns out would have not been a very good move at all because they could have played bishop e7, then knight f4. It would have been reasonable, but apparently more accurately would have been to go knight f4 straight away. Oh dear. Then we have bishop e5. Yeah, I think a lot of this revolved around the fact that I did have bishop b5 in the end, so moving this knight, for instance, was always going to make the threat of bishop b5 check. You do have to be careful when you go for this bishop f5 line that you don't leave that diagonal unattended to. But yeah, after I take the knight, they instead capture here, but at this point I can take here with the knight, they take, I go for the check, I take this with check, queen f3. Is that the best move? So having given the engine some time, it's saying that queen f3 and castles are interchangeably the best moves. However, I legitimately think that my opponent's thought process involved taking this because of the threat of taking this with a check, and probably not worrying about too much of this because at least for this move, they could take this with check. So I'd have to at least move the rook before they then started worrying about this. Of course, castle and kingside. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't miss that. But check and mate. I don't know. I think playing this move order, at the very least psychologically, had a little spice to it. Now, they should have played knight here. I could have taken with check. If they'd taken, this would have been checkmate regardless. After I'd taken, the most resilient move is apparently king to e6. Then I take here, and I'm definitely checkmating. What the hell? Queen e7, bishop g5. hg5, rook to e1 check, king d6, queen g3, queen e5, and then queen takes with mate. I mean, it was very clear that after castling the game was over. Just as the cherry on top of this video, we're just going to quickly smash through 2300 with a nice tasty game of bullet chess, immediately stabilizing that pawn, immediately losing the pawn in the center. I mean, what more could you possibly want from the start of a game than to lose a pawn? Let's play bishop here. I dare you to castle, dude. I absolutely dare you to castle. Give me that. We'll go back here. Honestly, take if you want. take if you want. Okay, I mean, I'll go and grab this. We've got a pass pawn on the h file now somehow, and kind of just have locked the entire, you know, all my opponent's pieces. We've locked them off from the side of the board. They can take this, actually, something that I didn't really consider. Let's go after the rook. Kind of makes sense, honestly. They go back, okay, makes sense, but maybe now I go here. Dare you to take this. I will nab that and win back the rook. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Now let's just step back. This bishop is absolutely gorgeous. They probably should take this. If they don't, they may regret it in approximately 4 moves when I just Hail Mary this pawn straight down your throat. Pause. Here. Can't go to h7. Can't go to h7. Can't go to h7. Can't go here. How are you stopping this? I guess queen here, right? Queen there. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Or they just put the rook under, obviously. Don't know why I didn't think of that. Here and here. Big threat. Big threat indeed. Nice little fork for me. Thank you very much indeed. Then we're gonna... I don't know which to take. Probably this one, because this one's kind of glued to the spot right now. Queen h5. Jesus. I mean, this is brutal. Castle queenside? That's frankly ridiculous. I'll probably end up putting my king back on d2. There we go. Nice and safe and behind this wall here. Check. Give me that. I mean, give me that. I mean, give me that. I mean, yes, please. Yes, please. And yes, please. And then another yes, please. And then a bang. And then a here. And then take that. And then take this. Here. Here. Push. Whoa, don't do that. That's 2300, baby. Nearly got flagged in the end. What a way to end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back again soon with another video. I'm doing 2 or 3 videos a week at the moment, and also 2 or 3 streams a week. So hopefully you die-hard Will Taylor chess fans are absolutely lapping up this content. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.